I made the comment the other night, one of our other shows, one of our other hours, on one of our most popular items is that beautiful Walking Liberty 90% silver half dollar in uncirculated condition. We call them bonanzas, where you're getting the choice of up to 5 different, up to 7 different, but the real is that price, right? The AVC way. Well, a lot of people have been inquiring the last 4 to 6 weeks on individual coins. Hey, I got these 5, how about that one, etc. I love the coin. So, with that said, for the next few weeks, we're going to be bringing out pockets of individual coins so that way we can fill in some gaps and all have some fun. Well, tonight we're going after 1942. I have 2 of them in stock, Philadelphia and San Francisco. And look at the quality and price. These are perfect. $49.95. My competition has these 2 beautiful coins, the Philadelphia and the San Francisco. We'll get to the mint mark locations, etc. shortly. And they're at $86 for super sliders and $97 for Unk. Our price tonight's $49.95. Now, when you see a Walking Liberty half dollar, which is the most beautiful silver coin in the history of the U.S. Mint, so beautiful they now use the design on our Silver Eagle, which is the #1 silver dollar in the world today, and they've been doing that for 40 years. But this series started with the coin Renaissance in 1916. It was run through 1947, right? And then in 1948, the Franklin took over, 1964, the Kennedy, and now that's ending as well, 2025 being the end of the era there. So when you look at the Walking Liberty, the last decade basically has a slight issue. And most of you know what the issue is, right? Between 41 and 45, we had this thing going on in the Pacific and in Europe, right? World War II had a significant impact on coins, how coins circulated, were coins saved? Because at that time, if money was available, what? War bonds, right? Help support those that are over there sacrificing for us. And as a result, when you look at just how many coins were made versus NGC or PCGS, the big coin houses, certification services, how few or how many they have seen, makes a huge difference. A huge difference. I mean, look at the numbers on these 2 coins specifically. They made 47.8 million coins in Philadelphia in 1942, an above average year. And in San Francisco, right, they made 12.7, significantly different. But the other side of this is, well, if that's the case, why is the S not way more expensive? Numbers are percentages, percentages are rarity, and that has an impact on how the value of coins are in the open market. How many versus how few, right? Well, here's the how many and how few. NGC has certified 22,000 Ps and 5,700 S's. So unsure outright how many or how few, this S is by far the better coin. When you look at the bigger picture, how many were made and how few are known today, that percentage deal, Philadelphia is kicking some serious butt. But when it comes down to it, they're both great coins. First full year that we're in World War II, Eastern and Western fronts, we weren't saving our coins. And that's kind of the way it was throughout that middle part. And that's okay. So tonight, it's an opportunity not for just a uncirculated Walking Liberty half dollar, which is still pretty cool, right? We are talking about 2 specifics. So if you worked with us on these bonanzas in the past, you might have seen a 43 or maybe a 40 or a 46 or a 45, a P, a D, or an S all mixed in, right? Rarely do we have 42s in that group. And it's because just the numbers just aren't out there. When you look at the population reports, which we use as a guide, all it is a guide. But it tells us how many versus how few. If I can't find it and the guide's little, it makes total sense, doesn't it? I mean, for my first 20 years in this industry, before the population reports and the publishing of all the information was readily available to all of us, it was your memory. How many coins you see or don't see, or the condition you see them in, right? Whether it's an 1877 Indian head cent in a fine 12 condition, good luck, great coin, or an 81S and 66. I'll take that deal over the 87 on the 77 any day. But also this coin in uncirculated condition really brings out the difference, right? The eagle just stands out. What a gorgeous reverse. Looks like it's actually a high relief coin. It looks like by the depth of the wings that the eagle is above the edge of the coin. It's not a high relief, but it looks that way, right? And then the obverse, Lady Liberty's wrapped in the American flag. It's not a gown or a dress. She's wrapped in the American flag. You can see the lines, i.e. the red and the white. And you can also see the stars wrapped around her shoulder in the field. That's an uncirculated coin, and that's a fun one to look at. Guys, give me 30 seconds. Do I have any other single one-of-a-kinds? I did notice 2 or 3 of them. I think we had a 41D, a 39P on our website. So I was looking for something else, and that just rings a bell. They might have sold out. They move through our system fast, but we're always adding them. So check us out, avccoins.com, our dedicated website here on the network to just our coin, our collectible coin business. But tonight, while we're here, do not miss out on this special opportunity. The P or the S, Philadelphia or San Francisco, uncirculated. And that price just brings it home.